Coming up on Tacoma Report, it's a new year and that means new faces on the Tacoma City Council. Find out how you can participate in the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration and Day of Service. Join your neighbors at one of the upcoming Tacoma Work Party events to help beautify our city. The western red cedar is one of the most ecologically important trees in Washington state, and their future is in jeopardy. We'll get up close and personal with wildlife during an exciting Keeper Adventure tour through Northwest Trek Wildlife Park. And Brandon Simmons from the Skoolie Foundation joins us in studio to discuss their mission to help our community members in need through programs like the Mobile Shelter Initiative and Hygiene Haven. All this and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Welcome to Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor. As we welcome in the new year, we also welcome 2 new members to the Tacoma City Council. Joining the familiar faces are Latasha Palmer as the Position 6 representative and newly elected Mayor Anders Ibsen. They, along with the 7 returning council members, were recently sworn in before the City Council meeting.
Tacoma is the jewel of the South Sound. It is a beautiful, amazing place. And while the challenges we face are stark, the opportunities are so much greater. Working together, I'm so excited, both with my colleagues and the community at large. So I wanted to express my extreme gratitude. The work is just getting started, but I really like work. So we're going to have a great time.
To find out more about City Council members, the new mayor, and how to contact them, visit tacoma.gov. The City of Tacoma's annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration will take place on Monday, January 19th at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. The event kicks off at 11 a.m. with a community outreach fair, and the main program begins at 1. This year's theme is Community in Service, a path to action, celebrating how we come together, each doing our part to serve and uplift our community. Building on past themes of collaboration and collective purpose, this year's focus recognizes the everyday acts of service that strengthen Tacoma. The program will highlight individuals and organizations who show that service is not only a value, but a pathway that calls each of us to meaningful action. The theme encourages attendees to reflect on how their own contributions, big or small, can advance Dr. King's legacy of justice, unity, and community care. For more information on this free event, visit tacomavenues.org. Also on January 19th, you can join Parks Tacoma for a day of service in honor of Dr. King. Volunteer projects will be held at 3 different locations from 9 a.m. until noon. At Senator Rosa Franklin Park and Charlotte's Blueberry Park, volunteers will remove invasive plants, spread mulch, and pick up litter. At Point Defiance Park, volunteers will help create new walking paths by pruning shrubs and spreading gravel along Roberts Garden Drive. Dress for the weather and bring your own pair of gloves if you have them. Tools and training will be provided. All ages and abilities are welcome. Sign up to join a work party at parkstacoma.gov/volunteers. Western red cedar are one of the most culturally and ecologically important trees in Washington state, and their future is in jeopardy. But a group of Park Watch volunteers are helping uncover a possible solution hidden in Point Defiance Park. Reporter Dan Strothman has more.
Yeah, there's no tag. You want to do it? We've got a team of Park Watch volunteers who love this forest, and we're out here once a week at least. You're up a little high, but that's okay. We'll just fix it. There's a western red cedar dieback that's happening in the Pacific Northwest all over. This is a place that's cooler. The premise is the trees here should be healthier, assuming that it's temperature and moisture that is the issue with the dieback. Point Defiance Park has an old growth forest in it. That's a forest that has trees that are 500 years old and maybe older, many, many old trees. It's an untouched forest. It's never been logged. It is a special thing because you don't see it much anymore. Washington State University, the Puyallup campus, Joey Hulbert, who is the chief scientist there for this group, came up with this project. He wants to study what the western red cedars are doing in Point Defiance. We're doing that because he wants to test the premise. Are they healthier here? So he wanted us to do these measurements of the tree diameters. We want to measure the overall health of the tree, the understory, just all the parameters that we can identify. We're putting in a study online. We've done 1,100 trees at this point. The analysis to date is proving the premise that these trees are healthier than what they are outside of the park. It's a community science project, right? And in the process of doing community science, we're building community. So it's a great project, and we're having a great time.
To learn more about how to volunteer for the Point Defiance Park Watch program, visit parkstacoma.gov. Coming up after the break, we'll sit down with Brandon Simmons from the Skoolie Foundation to talk about their community improvement programs. Then we'll embark on an exciting up-close and personal wildlife adventure with the Keeper's Tour at Northwest Trek Wildlife Park. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor. Joining me today is Brandon Simmons from the Skoolie Foundation. He's here to talk about their mission to help our community members in need and how you can help. Brandon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, I feel so enlightened after just talking with you about everything you've got going on. So I'm glad you're here today, and let's share with our viewers what you have going on.
Sounds good.
So my first question for you, Brandon, is what is Skoolie Foundation and why does it matter right now?
So we convert buses into mobile resources for homeless outreach. So we have a shower trailer, we have mobile medical unit that's being converted, as well as Inco Medical Weather bus, which has 20 beds being built into it, so that we can actually take it out into the community when we have cold winter nights. It's like 30 degrees out. When the beds are overwhelmed at shelters, our goal is to bring beds that run off of solar and lithium to be used to help lessen that burden for our community currently.
Right, okay. And Brandon, how did the idea come to life?
So back in 2020, I wanted to convert buses into tiny homes, and I've got buses for clients that are all over the United States. They're 100% off grid, they run off of solar, and it was unique because as we started wanting to do something more for locally, I went and talked to a lot of different representatives. Donna from United Way, great friend of ours, Jason from LASA over in Lakewood, and just multiple different individuals we started talking to about what can we do to help with homelessness and individuals that are between addresses, what we like to say, because they're challenged on addresses, they're not forgotten.
Right.
So housing was a big deal, and for us, we figured we can convert buses, which are a natural resource, so we're recycling something that gets decommissioned every year, and then we could reuse them. So that's kind of the concept of how do we use resources we already have to solve problems we currently have.
There you go. Okay. And Brandon, if you could leave our viewers with one message about community, dignity, and hope, what would that message be?
Really just to make sure that you're doing what you can for your neighbor.
Yes.
Make sure that when you're out in the community, understand that not everyone's had the greatest day. And if you have somebody that drives past you that's agitating you, you don't know if they're in an emergency, you don't know what's going on. And because of that, just be mindful of others. I know that today it's the challenge what we live in as a community, that we're always running. Last night I was in Portland, Oregon. We were decommissioning a Rite Aid for new shelves, and we didn't get back till 2 in the morning. And we actually, somebody was riding with me, told me we had some semi trucks go past us. And he was like, well, they might be close to their time that they're not allowed to drive anymore. And for me, I was like, wow, those trucks are going really fast. But it didn't click to me that they might actually get in trouble if they don't get to a certain point.
Right.
So you don't know what somebody else is going through. So just be mindful of where you are in the moment.
Absolutely. And learning to meet people where they're at, I think, is very important, giving grace and dignity and patience with folks, because to your point, you just don't know what they're going through, what they've been through. So I think that's a beautiful message to share with our viewers. And Brandon, can you also tell us what kind of real world impact has the Skoolie Foundation had in the community so far?
So in 2025, our shower trailer did over 1,000 showers from Pierce County and Thurston County, both. We give showers every other Friday at Tacoma Common Good and every Thursday down in the Olympia Union Gospel Mission. Our Skoolie Bags of Hope team did over 12,000 meals we provided. Those went out to different resource providers along with directly into encampments where we hand them out. We were part of Point in Time Count last year where we actually provided our own meals. I was on a Point in Time Count with Thurston County today where our team assembles the meals and we actually go out and help count individuals experiencing homelessness to make sure that the numbers make sense, not just in buildings, but in encampments. So we go directly where they are to try and provide services and needs. When the government decided to close because of lack of decisions, a couple weeks before that, we seen an issue coming up, so we started providing free groceries. From that time till the week before Christmas, we provided over 4,000 families with free groceries. So we converted our parking lot to a turnabout so people can get free groceries. Through our thrift store, we donate furniture to individuals coming out of homelessness into housing because you're 50% more likely to go homeless again if you don't have furniture. So we try to help make it a home.
Absolutely. And are there volunteer opportunities?
So we do have, yes, from Olympia all the way here up to Pierce County, we have volunteer opportunities assembling the meals, handing out food. We actually convert buses. So there's construction possibilities as well. We also have a medical mobile unit that we have coming out. So there's tons and tons of opportunities.
All right, and we can find that information at
SkoolieFoundation.com.
Wonderful. And again, just talking to you before we started the interview, I am just grateful to you and your team for everything that you're doing, because the unhoused situation, or the in-between addresses situation that we're dealing with, and folks with food insecurities, I think what you and your team are doing is absolutely phenomenal, and we appreciate you so much.
Likewise.
And hope to have you back on the show to give us an update.
Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Winter is a special time at Northwest Trek Wildlife Park, and you can get up close and personal with the animals on an exciting keeper tour adventure.
Northwest Trek is an incredibly unique and fun experience. It's a place to see wildlife that are all native to the Pacific Northwest. And not only can you see some really unique wildlife, you can see them in a really unique way.
We're doing a keeper adventure tour. Usually this is a 90-minute tour. With that 90 minutes, basically my goal is to get you as close to the animals as possible. Find them, right? This is free roam, so you can already see one of our little friends right here. Isn't it right, handsome boy? What are you doing? This is again, Rocky Mountain goat. You will find these guys as close as Mount Rainier, which is really awesome, but also the Cascade Range. Yeah, you're on bison time. Good boy. Oh, what a good boy. He did so good. Thank you. Thank you, Bubba. Wintertime, they're definitely a lot more, I would say, visible and active, because it's nice and cool, and so they're kind of trying to stay warm, right? So they're constantly kind of moving around. Come when it's overcast, maybe starting to rain a little. They like it because, again, it is a lot cooler, and I think for them it's easier, right, to like warm up and stay warm as opposed to trying to cool off in the summertime, right? We have 3 moose calves here. We have 1 bull. His name is Atlas, which you'll see. He's got his antlers starting to come in.
This is very worked on. I've been working with him since he was the size of a black-tailed deer, and we've been working on boundaries since he was that young. He really likes interaction. So if he ever gives me any indication that he doesn't want to be approached, or he starts giving me things that I don't appreciate as far as high energy levels, I just leave the area, and what he wants is that interaction. So yeah, definitely not what you do with the wild moose, but this guy's been bottle raised by me. I work with him every single day. This is what we do. But we do all kinds of different stuff with him. So this is his target stick, so he knows if he touches his nose to this, he gets a treat. Boop. Good job, buddy. And being the male, he is the most curious and interactive. I do this exact same thing with the females, but he's very food motivated, especially for that lettuce like you saw. As soon as he saw it, he's like, I'll go wherever you want. So now I'm out of the good stuff, so he's like, let me check out this vehicle.
He's like, being a part of just a bigger overarching thing like Metro Parks is very helpful for resources, for collaborating, for a lot of different things.
We're sister facilities with Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. It's a really special partnership for the city of Tacoma to have two AZA accredited zoos, Association of Zoos and Aquariums accredited zoos, that you're not going to find that really in any other part of the country.
Thanks for joining us for the first Tacoma Report of the new year. As always, to find out more about what's going on around your city, visit tacoma.gov. Until next time, stay tuned, stay connected, and make it a great 2026.